My name is Gabbi, Gabriela. I'm 28 years old and I'm from Argentina. Woohoo! Patagonia. I arrived to Australia in April, so it's been April, May, June, 3 months.
You were traveling before that, right?
Yeah, and I was in Miami. I arrived to Miami in 2022. Miami vibes. It was crazy. It was crazy, but it was good. Like, I know that people when I say Miami, they look like I was partying like all day.
Yeah.
And kind of, but in the beginning I was working all day. But yeah, it was super good. Miami is super good, but it's not a good place to see you living a long time.
And what is Argentina like?
Argentina, I love Argentina. Argentinian people, we have like a really good community that I can't see that in any other country. We are like super like attached from our other Argentinians, you know. We have like super, okay, I see an Argentina, come to my house, drink mate, let's go this, let's go that. It's super easy for us. And also we have really good places to go. The food, it's like a mix because we have like something from Italy, something from Spain, something from ours, like Argentinian.
I can see that even with Argentinians living on the island.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Just so much of a community, and just the way, even anyone who's like with you and Lida, like anyone who's a Spanish speaker, I think too.
Yeah.
Seems so.
It's because we are like more, I would say like warm, like you know, like. We're like this. We like to touch. We're like more like the Italians, you know. Then you have another countries that they're more like okay limits, like no kiss, like they're not like that.
Yeah.
2022, I was finished my career because I was studying accountant, but I never like it. Asignatura pendiente is like something that is pending, like I have to do. I have my last test of my career from accounting. I was planning to go to Miami. I failed the exam because I wasn't ready. Like I already know that it's gonna fail. Like it was like super obvious, but you know you want to do it anyways because I want to finish. I want to go. Blah, blah. So I said I don't care. I have to go right now. And then I came back to Argentina right now in December for Christmas, last Christmas, and then came here. So I visit like Argentina sometimes. Like hey, I'm here. I'm alive. But
What do you consider home? I guess.
Like I consider home my hometown.
Okay.
Yeah. My favorite thing of my home, I would say that it's my family and friends. I realize that I'm super attached to my friends and then my family. I'm not attached from my family because if I were attached, I would be in Argentina right now because I miss them and I don't miss them. Like I don't miss it at all, but when I'm with them, I'm super like, oh, I was needing this, like a little, like your mom hug, your mom cooking, or your dad like going here, going. But then I realized with the time that I'm super attached to my friends. Like for me, being with my friends, it's a priority. That's why I came here to this island. They told me you have to come to the island. When you arrive to Australia, you have to come here to do the extension. And I say, okay, when I arrive to Australia, we'll see. And I say, like, my friends are there. I have to be there with them. Like, you know, I know them from life, from my hometown. They're like home for me. I see them. It's like, it's my family, you know. So that's what I can say is my favorite thing is of my hometown is being with my friends.
Yeah, you're so lucky to have like friends with you here.
It's super crazy because when I'm telling the story, I'm thinking we are so far from home. We're in another country, talking in another language. You know, sometimes we laugh because we're talking in English, and it's something super weird because we are used to speak all day in Spanish.
Yeah. Even when you don't have to be speaking in English, do you find yourself with each other speaking in
No.
English?
Okay. For respect, we always, if someone cannot speak in Spanish, we're talking in English because we think that it's rude to talk in another language so that the other person is not gonna understand, you know. That's the only thing that I miss from home. Then I don't miss at all. Like I'm here, I'm not missing my family because I know that they're alright. Sometimes I talk with them and they told me that they're super good. They are more scared where I am. Like, you know, they imagine Australia super dangerous, like all the animals, and it's like, okay, nothing happening right here.
So that leads me to my next question. What did you know about Australia before you came here?
The animals. Before coming here, I was like super obsessed looking videos like crazy animal.
I did the same thing.
But then when I arrived here, I only saw like one big spider, one small spider, and that's it. And well, the wallabies and that stuff, and the koalas.
The cute stuff.
Yeah, but then nothing else. I'm saying this, and maybe tonight I'm gonna see a snake right there.
Oh, the only thing anyone knows is the dangerous stuff.
Yeah. I came here without too much expectation. Like, I put my expectations out, and I said like, okay, let me do my experience.
So what are the biggest differences between Australia and Argentina?
You know, there is not too many difference.
Really?
Really, because if you see the map,
yeah,
we Australia is right here and Argentina is right here. So we're in the kind of the middle of the like in the same. How do you say this in English?
Like the hemisphere?
Yeah, like something like
region?
that. Like, for example, now is in Argentina is also winter. Cordillera is like all the mountains that we have between Chile and Argentina. We have more like, where I'm from, Patagonia, we have a lot of different places, let's say. Some words I don't know how to say in English, but north in the Patagonia, we have the valley. In summer, it's super hot, like dry hot. So you will be like burning, and in winter you're gonna be cold. Like you will need, I don't know how many like
layers.
Yeah. If you go more to the south, it's gonna be cold all the time.
Yeah.
That places I don't see that they have here in Australia. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's not that common. I never been in more in the south, but I heard that it's not the same. Like,
yeah,
because in the beginning I was thinking maybe they have a lot of mountain, a little bit of similar like Patagonia, but I already know that no. Of course, we have a stronger culture. Yeah, you can see that. It's another culture. I can judge because I'm here to learn about that and to see what is different. You know, I don't want to be around all the same people because, for example, I love being around Argentinians, but sometimes I get tired, you know, like, it's like, oh, another Argentinian, or, yeah, where are you from? Oh, yeah, I know, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I want something different because I want to learn. I like to be surrounded like another people. Like I have French friends, Irish friends, and I'm learning about that culture too because they're like super different to me. And the way I communicate it, the way I talk, the way I think. I have many like good conversations. Like I have a friend the other day. Like I was saying to her that I don't want to be a mom right now, and I don't know if I want to be a mom. Period. Like I don't know if I want to be a mom. And she was like trying to tell me that in her country it's something that at this age, at 28, 27, 29, they're already trying to, you know, to solve that thing, you know, like, and it was like, so.
How often do you meet a new person from Argentina? Like, have you met a lot of people from Argentina here?
All the time, all days. Before coming here, I received a message from a girl that she's Argentinian. She arrived and she has a trial in my old job, and she wanted to know if it's a good place. You know, it was like, oh, another Argentinian. You know, like,
I rarely meet people from America, so it's so interesting. But I'm sure it's where you are in the world.
You're the first person here that are from America, that I know.
Yeah, I've met a few that live on the island. For some reason, they all like. There's 2 Americans that work in the arcade. But I think probably because we're the exact opposite side of the world, like it's so far. So maybe how you're saying it's the same region, like it's so opposite. Like right now it's our exact summer and it's like their winter. But it's so interesting to like always. I don't know if I would want to meet Americans though. Like I like always meeting
with Americans. I have another experience about their culture that I already know it because I've been in America for many times. There. Like I lived there. Then I visited a lot of like. And I have many friends from America. And in my last year, my friend, she was from LA. So she was living with me, and we have many conversations about this because she was so open-minded and she was traveling a lot. I've been telling her, not to offend, but I was telling her that I have some things in our American like culture that I don't understand. For example, I see many people like super ignorant They don't know, for example, I'm from Argentina, but I can tell you that it was like more the people that they say this answer that are gonna say you that they're not. It was like, where is Argentina? And it was like, how can you not like know where is Argentina? Like,
yeah.
And she explained to me that in many places they don't teach in the school, for example, about like other cultures or about like.
Yeah, it's always like an elective if you want to learn about other cultures.
For me, that's crazy because, for example, me in my school, I have to learn where is Australia, the history about Europe, the history about Americans, the history about Mexicans. Like, I have a little bit of everything. And when I was in America, I was like, bro, what is happening with these people? They don't know about, like...
Yeah.
And
no,
it
like, totally comes from our schools. That's always what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And America gives me another, like... it was good. I really like it. But another thing that I didn't like, it's like your mindset, it's only live for work.
Yeah.
And that's nothing that I want to do. In my life, I don't want to be work. Mm-hmm. Like, of course, I have to work because I have to pay my things. But it was like, in one point, I was working so, like, bad that I was thinking, oh, today I'm not working. And I was doing the math. Like, today I'm not winning, like, I don't know how many, like, how money I was, like, you know? It was like...
Has that changed since you've come to Australia?
Yeah. Because I have that experience, I came here with another mindset. People that this is their first experience, like traveling and being backpackers and, you know, living in another place that you can earn money more. Mm-hmm. They're dealing with that situation. Like, they think all the time in the money. I'm not because I already been in America that I think that is worse from here. Mm-hmm. Because here you will know that you will earn good money. If you work, if you do things right and you organize yourself, you're gonna be super good.
I always had a question about the Australia visa then for people from South America because, for example, like I was talking about this with Hannah, who's German, and then I'm American. When I applied for the visa, it got approved in like literally within half an hour. So, and I barely had to really give anything. Like I had to have a high school diploma is the biggest requirement. But I know for other countries you have to have like an English test and other stuff. So what is that like as a South American?
Yeah, that's a good question. For Argentinians, you have to do an English exam that it takes like 4 hours, 5 hours. You have to go to a place. It's like 4 themes that you have to do, the listening, the writing, the blah, 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 a lot of things. You have to get a score that to apply for the visa, it has to be 4.5 or more.
You have to go to a physical location?
Yeah, no. You have to go to a place. You have to present yourself. Like, it's super fucking annoying. Wow. You have to upload a bank statement that you have the money to come here, and that you have the money to pay your stuff right here. It's like
we have that too with it was the money you have to do.
Yeah.
Like you have to show your funds for your bank account.
Argentina, it's with all the economic stuff is super bad. Nobody has money in the account because it's like not dangerous, but nobody wants to have all the money like in the correct way in their bank. They prefer to have it like I don't know, right there.
Yeah.
You know?
That was something I actually was surprised about for some reason with the application. I told all my friends, I was like, you have to like show that you have like 5,000 AUD or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I guess it makes sense because then if you show up, they want to know you're going to be living somewhere, but I never thought about it. Did you travel much when you were younger?
Yeah. I started traveling alone. That is not good because too many bad things happen in the world but I was my mom was taking care about me, but I started traveling alone when I was 14 because where I'm from Patagonia. In that time, it was like let's say it was like an uncle, like an aunt. She was living more in the south, so I wanted to go. Like, but my mom just said, like, I don't want to go. If you can go. I can put you in a bus, and she will take you in the terminal station. You know, I said, yeah. So I take that bus. It was like 10 hours, and you're like a kid. Mm-hmm. And then I started like all those trips in summer. It was super fun. Then at 15, 16, it's super common in Argentina that all the friends group, you start traveling super young. So all my friends with 15, 16 that I seem that crazy and right now, if I think it, but we start like traveling all the group to, there's a place that they call Las Grutas, that is a sea place, that is party, blah, blah. So we were like super young traveling alone. You can imagine that house. We were like, so that was one of my first like trips.
Yeah.
And then I started like traveling like outside my, like for example, I went to Los Angeles for 1 month and a half. I was doing you know that Academy Millennium? You don't know Millennium?
No.
The one that is like all red and it says Millennium, that is all the dance videos, super famous.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Well, I went to that academy because I'm a dancer.
Oh yeah, it's like all the Instagram videos.
Yeah. I'm a dancer too.
And what kind of dance?
Hip hop, film style, more like R&B style.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I went there to do a course, and I still like there hanging out. Like, I really wanted to go to LA because it's with the dance music and all the Hollywood stuff born. So that was one of my first trips, like big trips. Then many times I went to Uruguay because I was living in Buenos Aires, in the capital of Argentina. And I was like, I've never been in Uruguay and it's next to Argentina. Fuck that, I'm going. So I went for 5 days for a solo trip. Amazing.
So your friends and family traveled a lot too?
My family travels a lot. My dad and my mom and my brother, all the time. So I already, like, when I was young, I was traveling a lot.
Yeah, and so they were comfortable with you traveling alone?
Yeah. No. My mom always, she's scared, like, my daughter. The other day she was like, I'm afraid, I don't know, what are you doing? I was like, calm down, because I'm 28, I'm not like 21, you know? But yeah, but my friends, I have many friends that they're in my hometown, that in another life, like more, working for a company, blah, 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 blah. Some of my other friends, they're like traveling. Some of them, they moved to another country and they stay there. For example, my best friend, she's living in Miami still, and she's gonna stay there because she's planning her life right there. But yeah.
So what did your friends and family from home think of you living in Miami and then moving here to Australia?
They love that I'm traveling all the time. They put some more videos, put some pictures, and sometimes because I have my Instagram, then I have my close friends because I have to talk and talk because so many things that I can't post it in the regular life, like, oh, I met someone, you know what, blah blah.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah, and yeah, they love my histories. It's because it's aligned what I am. It's like, it's me. It's something that I already knew that I was going to do when I was younger. My mom says to me, like, when you were like 5, 6 years old, you already know that you wanted to travel the world. So I have to grow up with you, learning that you're gonna go far away from me. So it's something that I have it here, that I already know that and even when I'm not traveling, I'm around people that it's from other places, For example, the last year that I was living in Buenos Aires, I met someone that he was from Venezuela, and we have a relationship. So I was like super close to another culture because I like to do that. It's something that is something new. I want to learn. Show me your tricks. Show me the way you enjoy your life, and it's the best way to know people and to know new things.
Yeah. What does that do for you? Like, how do you think that changes you as a person when you're learning about people from other cultures?
It's because for example, I always say the same thing. If you know me, for example, you and me, we know each other this year. Meet me in 1 year, because I'm not gonna be the same person. Like, I'm gonna be the same Gabbi, of course, but I'm not gonna be the same person. I'm not gonna be the same learning. I don't have, like, all the time we're changing, and you're learning more stuff. Like, for example, the way that you communicate, the way that you express yourself, the way that like, sometimes I'm impressed that I'm learning so many stuff. For example, I've been living when I was in Argentina living in Buenos Aires, I live alone in an apartment 8 years, like by myself. I never have to share with nobody, with no brothers. I don't have sister, but no brothers. So I was living me alone. Then I have to start traveling. In Miami, I was living with my best friend. So she's my sister. It was like, for me, it was the best time of my life. Then I came here and I have to share the house with 5 people. So it was like, my God, I'm learning so many stuff, that I could never imagine, because I was like always me, myself. I have to cook, I have to do this in my apartment alone, and I have to go and be, around a lot of people. But yeah, I always say the same thing. I'm always changing, I'm always learning.
Do you feel like with your age, I feel like I meet a lot of people, especially traveling, who not always, but aren't necessarily worried about age, versus people who don't really travel. I think they're like have more of an expectation for age. But have you always kind of known people of different ages traveling, knowing that you can do it whenever?
Yeah, I used to have something with the age, like, I'm 28, but I don't feel 28. Honestly, I don't feel...
What age do you feel?
22. Yeah. I don't know about you. No. I used to have something, especially when you met people, when you have something with younger people, I was thinking all the time, because I'm 28, for example, a few years ago, when you met someone that is younger, you start thinking about the age, Mm-hmm. But then when you start traveling, and that's when I realized, when I was living it started, my beginning was in Miami, so everything started in Miami. When I started in Miami, and I met people, and I never asking about their age, it was crazy. It was like, oh, you're my friend, we have I was like, how old are you? And then 21, I was like... And they told me
so funny.
Yeah, it's so funny. Here it's the same thing. I'm never asking the age. And then, oh, how old are you? 20. What the fuck? It's like, you can never imagine, because they're super, people are so mature when you're traveling that it's like you forget. And it's also for the same, I think that is something from the energy. Yeah. That I have also a super young energy that people forgot. And sometimes, how old are you? And I say 28. This is like,
no, I have to move that.
I'm afraid. We're back. So I was telling you about the age. Since I've been traveling, the age is not a problem for me, and I don't care. I'm around the people that they're super young to me. They're older than me. They have the same age than me. I don't care. I don't care in a friendship. I don't care in a relationship. If we have the same values and the same things in common, not the same, because sometimes we are different to the person, but since we have a good match, I don't care. And I think that people, when they start traveling super young, it's a whole different story. Yeah. Because when you're for example, 25, if you start 20, 21, and then you are 25, you can eat the world. Yeah. It's super more simple, because they have more street life.
So coming to Australia, were you looking at it as just the temporary visa, or how long did you think you'd be here?
I'm here with the working holiday visa. I'm doing now I'm finishing my extension, my 88 extension. I think because I'm going to stay here in the island until December, I will start this 6 month, because I'm here. And then I don't have idea. I don't have idea what I'm gonna do. My plan is to take advantage of all the time that I can stay here, but I can see that it's not a country that I want to live forever. I don't know if that exists, if I want to be in a place forever, because I love to go to another places. But I'm thinking to spend all the time that I can here. But
overall, do you like traveling here though? If you're not thinking of it long term, what's your general thought about Australia? Do you enjoy your time here?
Right here, right now? Yeah, of course. I'm having the best time in my life. I'm so happy. The sun is coming.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm having a really good time. In the beginning, but it's because I'm super I have balance in my mind. I have balance because in the beginning I arrived and I was like, wow, this silent, blah 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 blah. I found a job. I have a house. I told you when we met each other, and then the shop was a shit. the house where I was living, you can never imagine where I was living. Now I'm resurrection in the resurrection era. But yeah, I was like, I see all, dark.
Yeah.
Not dark, because I already knew that this gonna happen. Like, you have to be patient. Some new good things are coming. Blah blah blah. New houses coming. Blah, and it happened. So I was like super secure about that.
Yeah.
But in that time, I learned so like to be patient and about the patient and about the limits. That is like now I'm more proud and more happy that if I get all this stuff, like for example, if I arrive and I have all these things super easy, I think that maybe I'm not gonna be enjoying like that much. Say I have to be in that position, in that place, surviving that stuff to today say, okay, I deserve it.
But kind of going off of that, with traveling, obviously there can be dark times, and you're saying you're in a situation where you didn't like your living situation, your job, and I don't know how serious it was for you, but do you ever find yourself in situations where traveling and not having just one home is hard, or do you enjoy that most of the time?
Well, the thing is that I'm not a traditional backpacker. When I went to Miami, I lived with my best friend the whole time. In the beginning, we stayed something like 8 months in the same apartment. Then the lease finished, and we have to move another place, and we stayed. But it was all the same thing.
So it's still a bit of stability.
Yeah, so I have always a stability, and that's what I'm looking for here in Australia.
Right.
I don't want to be the backpacker. They live 1 month here, 1 month there, 2 months there. I don't want that because it's not good for me. Like, I know some people, they like it. But I prefer to be in a good place, living in a good life, having my routine. For example, I want to go to another place, I can have a trip. Like, I can go for a few days, I can go back, But for me, it's better. For me, I'm talking about me, not for all the people.
Yeah.
It's better to have a place to stay. Like, then, for example, of course, I'm gonna get super bored about the island when my friends had to leave and I see all the people leaving. I say, okay, it's my time. Or maybe before my friends, I say, I have to go, But I will never know until I have that feeling. But my plan, yes, is to go to another places. I don't have idea which places I'm gonna choose because there is too many things to do.
Yeah.
That sometimes it's like too much information, It's like all the people saying like, you have to go here, you have to go there. It's like, stop, I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't have idea.
Everyone has advice, but like it's annoying because then people are like, you have to do this or you shouldn't do that, and I'm like, I'm not gonna take your word for it. Like, it's also very personal. I think.
Yeah. So I don't know. My plan is to right now is to. It's something that I'm applying to myself and to my life since a few years ago, to live the present, because if you are all the time planning, you're living in the future and you're not enjoying the present. That is what we are like here. If you have to think all the time plans, you're not thinking, okay, I'm here, I'm in a beautiful island, I have friends, I have so many good stuff that I want to enjoy here right now. Then, life can change in one day. I've seen many histories that changes plan all the time. So
I like that mindset because I feel like I get stressed about that I want change so much, and I think about it and I'm like, am I always gonna be like this? But I guess it's like, why I should be thinking about that.
How old are you? 20?
Or 27.
27?
Yeah, at first I was like, how old am I? 27? I think I'm 27. Yeah, I just turned 27.
Yeah. But that's why I'm asking you. I don't care about the age, but it's something about our ages.
Yeah.
Between 26, 27 till 30.
Yeah.
We have that problem.
Yeah.
That we are super anxious that what we're gonna do. We're gonna we have a. Do you believe in zodiac signs?
Yeah.
Okay. There is like something that is going on from 27 to 30 that is Saturn. I don't know how to say in English. The return to Saturn. You know what is that?
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but like I've heard of something.
You have to heard about that. Like you have to read about that because it's insane. Because it's like a crucial age where you start to think all the time that where is my purpose in the life, you know, what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna live, what should I do for all the like the future years. It's super stressful, but I'm trying to, you know, to calm down because I don't know, a lot of things can change all the time. It's like too many places that I want to go, I want to learn, that it's like I have to enjoy every single minute that I'm like living this, because one day, talking about the future, one day I'm gonna look behind like the years, I would say like, wow, that was me, I was doing this, and I like want to enjoy the whole experience. Sometimes you melt in the routine life, you know, in the have to work, like we were talking like in a few hours ago, like you're working all the time and you have to have the time to, you know, live the present, live the island, live the whole experience. So that's my advice.
Thanks.
You're welcome.